Hi there, thanks for tuning in. As you probably know by now, the Kanban board is a workflow visualization tool that allows you to manage and streamline your process better. Now, there are two kinds of users who will use the Kanban board. The first type is the system administrator who will configure the application according to the needs of the organization. And the other is the regular user who will use the application to add new tasks to the workflow and to track their statuses right from inception up to completion. This particular video deals with the administration section of the Kanban board, and the next video will deal with the section where the regular users can add and modify their tasks. I think the Kanban board will best be understood with the help of a simple example. Let's assume that your organization is in the e-commerce space where you have to fulfill multiple orders. So let's assume that these are the 4 statuses that you would like to track. So this is where you receive the order from the customer. Once it's dispatched from the warehouse, it's updated as such. Next, if it's delivered to the customer, the status is updated as such. And finally, let's assume that you have an order from the customer, but you're out of inventory. So let's have a status which says unable to fulfill order. So these are the 4 statuses that we'd like to track for our fictitious organization. Now let's see how the administrator can configure the system on the Saketa Kanban board. So this is the home screen of the Saketa Kanban board, and the status configuration button that you see here will only be visible to the administrators. So once you log in as an administrator, if you click on the status configuration button, this is where all the configurations have to be done. Now initially, the Kanban board comes with a set of predefined statuses: not started, in progress, completed, deferred, and waiting on someone else. You can either keep it as it is or you can change it. To change the statuses, you can go to add or delete status here. And now let's give the statuses that we've defined for our fictitious e-commerce organization. Start with order received. Dispatched from warehouse. Delivered to customer. And unable to fulfill order. And when we hit update, we will be asked to enter the percentages for against each of these statuses. So this is the percentage completion that you will be asked to give against each status. So since we've just received the order, let's say it's 0% complete. If it's dispatched from the warehouse, let's say it's about half our job is done, and when it's delivered to customer, it's 100% complete. So our job is finished, and we are unable to fulfill an order. We can just leave this as a blank because really there's no meaning in giving a percentage to this. Now if we hit update, you'll see that the 4 statuses have changed to reflect the new statuses that we need for our fictitious organization. You can add n number of statuses here, and for each status you will be asked to give a particular percentage completion order. So this is what the administrators do. Once the administrator finishes configuring the system here, the regular users can then go and start adding new tasks. In the next video, we'll talk about how to add new tasks and modify new tasks for regular users. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to your company again.